What is going on, everyone? My name is Boy and I'm back with a different accent. No, I'm just kidding. We've got GodSerena in the right hand side of the map in the blue color, playing Odin. But today in the red color, playing as Poseidon, is a Moloch. There we go. The map is a Savannah. Very interesting indeed. We got the counter civ. Somehow, I would never in a million years see anybody decide to pick Odin into Zeus. But maybe GodSerena just knew. He just knew that the god change was coming. And that's that. He knew. He was like, alright, I'm going to go Odin here. But neglecting to move on over to the rhinoceros just yet. A little bit of a peculiar decision. We got hunting dogs coming in. Generally speaking, hunting is better than chickens, and we do see him making a move now. I guess he wants to save the rhino, but in this matchup, you're mostly on the offensive, right? And we'll see if he can do much with it, but he's moving forward to the elephant over here, or something. A little bit interesting. And the elephant attacking the gatherer. Run away. All the good stuff. Titan's treasure over here. Negative 25% cost for Titans. Probably not going to see that one in this matchup. Generally doesn't happen. And we've got, Harmonious Necklace. We love to see that one. It's like an extra pickaxe. Especially for Odin, who's not like Thor as well, but Odin's kind of gold heavy because you need all the extra gold for things like frost giants and the like. I guess also Poseidon's very gold heavy as well because you're making cavalry a little bit earlier, so that's a thing as well. So Moloch's getting around with his Catastropus. I'm actually interested to see how this game pans out because by all rights, this is kind of an Odin favored matchup now. It used to be even. Like 1.03, this matchup was even. Odin versus Poseidon, nothing in it. But with the buff to Odin Ulfsarks to like put Odin more in line with the other civs, it kind of puts him over the edge in the Ulfsarking, because you can't really deal with him as Poseidon very easily. But if you get past the early stages of the game for Odin, then Poseidon can do a lot of nasty stuff. So you have to get a lot of damage done on this map, and it is like a very open map, so you can get a lot of damage done with the Ulfsark running around. And apparently Hells disagrees with me, but you know, each to their own. I think on this map and this matchup, I'll take Odin any day of the week. But Hermes coming through for Moloch. GodSerena coming through with the Freya. And we'll see what he does with it. We've got an Ursa coming out. I don't know if Moloch scouted this on his way through, or if he went up this way. I think he saw it. But the Theseus is just going straight for Harmonious Necklace. Makes it it's definitely the right decision there. You want to grab that Harmonious Necklace, bring it back to your temple. Feels good. All's coming up now for GodSerena. Catastropus and checking out all of the stuff. And the Gatherer. Gatherers are... forgot to get an Ox card on them for some reason. You can definitely do this advanced time with that third Ox card. I mean, maybe it's a touch later because you have to build it 8 seconds later, sure. But you definitely can do this build time without losing all of this extra wood. And you can see that GodSerena's wood's fairly low, only 130. If he had the Ox card out, it would have got him back the lost wood plus more. But he's got it out now. Now he's gonna probably fix up his villages onto a wood line or something. So we'll see what Moloch's choosing to do. Double stable here. In order to chase the Ulfsark, yeah, you need the double stable with the state. The Hippocon don't win against the Ulfsark once we see medium Ulfsark and Lone Wanderer out. So we'll see if he can manage to keep up. I much prefer to see some archery range in here as well. But I guess you're playing around the fact that GodSerena could be going for Reading Cavalry here, which is also very strong. So we'll see what happens here. The elephants, there's so much food here, and there's so much to run back on. He's still got 2,000 food in hunt just back there in his base, whereas it's looking like the elephant are going to be the last thing that Moloch goes to. So after he's eaten all of this hunt here, he's going to move over here and he's going to be met with Ulfsark and probably not going to be able to get that, especially when he's only going 2 stables. Another byproduct of this 2 stable shenanigans is these Ulfsark train 9 seconds. The Hippocon train in 20 seconds. Train time 20 seconds in the classical age. So you're getting out 2 Ulfsark for every 1 Hippocon. So as you can see right here, population difference should be higher, but GodSerena is pop blocked. But he will be able to get more of those Ulfsark out than Moloch will get out Hippocon. And we'll see what we can do. There is the medium Ulfsarks out, and he's got those out, and he should be thinking about Lone Wanderer soon when he has the wood. But the raids are looking to come in. I'm not sure what he's going for with this raid. Maybe he hits the wood line. With the Ravens, you should know where the enemies are at all times, basically on the resources, basically map hacks. But he's looking to come in, and Moloch is already here, ready to respond. And GodSerena doesn't. Oh, he does have Lone Wanderer, so he can just get out of here. But he does lose a villager. Oh, not a villager, an Ulfsark. No usage of the forest fire. Gets a bunch of hits over there, but he's taking them back himself. Deals half HP to the Hippocon, but takes half HP on his Ulfsark, or even more, as he's trying to run away at this point. Got Hippocon at the top of this gate here. More Hippocon coming in. Going to look to like attack the Rhinoceros. Almost loses a villager there, or maybe come over onto this location here. But moving back onto the Rhinoceros in his own base at this point. Got Ulfsark literally everywhere here. Sort of training him, but not really. Kind of a little bit delayed there. The Ulfsark taking down some of these Hippocon, and that's going to be difficult for him. And here we go. Now defending his food yet again. Population difference 77 to 80. So not really able to get that far ahead on the population like he should be. Not training Ulfsark very efficiently at all, but maybe go for a second town center here because you've fallen behind on the population lead as an option. He doesn't have the resources for it just yet. Needs a little bit more wood, and with only 4 villages on foot and the ox cart not exactly placed correctly, it's going to be a difficult time to get there. But GodSerena yet again looking like he wants to move up onto this wood line. Has to move around the granary. Nice job avoiding that. And then he's actually a really difficult spot to attack here as well, because he has to run into the enemy base and then come around and then forest fire here. But there's the second town center for Moloch. It's going to be really big. We're seeing GodSerena spot this town center, but he's on the wrong one. And just checking out the side of the map, does see a large gold mine there, but Moloch doesn't know about it, so that's kind of important there. Picking off a random Ulfsark over there. Walls rebuilt for GodSerena. And Moloch has his second town center. Whereas GodSerena is looking like they want to go to the 3rd age. Getting that armor out. I much prefer semi-fast heroic here for GodSerena, for Odin. Because then you can frost this army and you can hit this gold mine. Because your opponent's gold mine will be expiring maybe expiring in the next minute or two. And not only that, you get access to the Frost Giants, which can really deal with the Centaur, which are really slowing you down. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen here. Wall's coming up for Moloch yet again. And he's moving forward. We'll see if this Skadi is going to do much. But second town center for GodSerena. I like that. Allows him to get an extra little bit of resources before he makes a push. But it's going to be difficult. This is the only gold mine that Moloch has. So a really heavy timing attack on that gold mine could spell the end of the game. And I think GodSerena would know about it. And we do not see a heroic age incoming for GodSerena just yet. And yeah, he's a little bit far away from it as well. 101 pop. Probably going to go all the way to the 130 pop. And if GodSerena can get... Oh, I wouldn't fight this. Get heavy infantry before anything else happens. I guess you can chase him away a little bit. He doesn't have access to anything else. Gets a couple of free hits in there. But once this heroic age is here, which it is, heavy infantry comes in. Timing attack could be huge. But Moloch going through Aphrodite now, and wall's going up even more for Moloch here. That's going to secure this gold mine. You're not going to be able to push through this wall with the army there. So potentially the next step for GodSerena, and the thing that Moloch needs to play around here is going to be nice Frost Giant kill here as well, is going to be playing around Ragnarok for GodSerena, and so for Moloch, and Moloch needs to play around GodSerena has to be wary of an Artemis, an early earthquake to like put him in an inability to get to Ragnarok. So by the time he gets there, this gold mine will either be depleted or very low, and then it's only forward gold mines. It's looking like these villagers may eventually spot this gold mine here as well. And not only that, it's very defensive. So you can put a wall here, a couple of towers behind it, position your army behind it, give up other locations, just like, okay, have them, that's fine. I just need to make sure I can gather resources. We are seeing the raids coming in. Nemean Lions out for Moloch though, as he's going to run straight through the town center. I like it. Moloch's army is a little bit out of position, but the Nemean Lions are here, and even if these also kill every single one of these villages, which I think they're not going to be doing, Curse comes down, the Nemean Lions would have just dealt so much damage, and they actually did. So these units are going to have to get out of here. There is a gap in this wall potentially, but this is going to be, I don't think that GodSerena, maybe he's clicked there and it's going to go through. No, he can't go through there. It's sometimes this last wall is passable. You can pass through it, and sometimes it's not. Moloch does not have Spirited Charge, the yellow snow cone. And GodSerena's just lost all of his Ulfsark basically. And Moloch could just wall this off as well if he wanted to. But not happening. Got some Paspist out. And we see the Frost coming in. I like that. That allows him to... A Frost raid is huge. Jump onto these villages, and finally he's starting to do some economic damage here. But he doesn't have that many Ulfsark at all. What's the tech situation? Oh, we're going through tier. I don't hate it. I actually quite like it. A very early tier here is going to put Fimbulwinter onto this location, potentially hit this thing here. Marking a snitch to the left would have been on the edge of the map, and an efficient trade route made me very happy. But now the Ulfsark running into the base of Moloch, taking some more villages. But he's now going to be greeted with the rest of this army. And we check out population, 101 pop to 139 pop. And that Fimbulwinter is going to be hitting hard right now. We see him class down, gets a spawn here. Oh, it's on the wrong side. And a spawn here and a spawn over here. So he gets the 3 spawns. It doesn't get RNG'd out of the 3 spawns, so that's nice. And he's going to prevent income from Moloch for a long time. But he's got a lot of resources in the bag. And Moloch is definitely trying to get to the Mythic Age here. Wants to get out a plenty vault and have a really strong economic situation here. But, oh, he's even picking off some military units, which is huge. You've got some idle units over here. But what this means right now is GodSerena is not going to be able to use Ragnarok to win this game. So he is leveling the playing field here with that Fimbulwinter. But he doesn't have any huge play left. And Moloch's still going to be able to either go Hephaestus or Artemis here and get a big play to put himself back in front. So this is all going to come down to Moloch's usage of that. He's also got options of making Fenris Wolf Broods to get some huge raids coming in, and Moloch does cast the ceasefire there as he prevents this hill fort from coming up. Some longhouses coming down. Not sure if GodSerena can quite get this up in time, as we're seeing all the Moloch units over here. But some walls going to come up as well. I like to see that. Whenever a ceasefire comes down, you throw down longhouses and walls. It's very standard and very, very good. So if we look at the gold situation, it's only 11 villages on gold here. It's 13 over here, so he's probably max villages. Hephaestus is coming through, and he's got 16 favor in the bank. So he does need to get to that 35 favor so he can get Forge of the Olympus. Very important to get there fast, because the more you delay it, the further behind on the armory upgrades you're going to be. But GodSerena has not got any armory upgrades for himself, so that's big. And how we get the hill fort up, and we probably start seeing some ballaster popping out here. You throw up some ballaster, you throw up some walls, throw up some towers, and you're in a good position to push on this town center. We would not make, well, I guess you have to make Ulfjarls as well to deal with the Nemean Lions, because your Frost Giants, they're kind of good enough to deal with them. But as soon as Atlanta comes out, which she is out, then it's going to be a difficult time for your Frost Giants to do more than a couple of freezers. And here we go, 90% Hephaestus are going to be coming down. Favor situation for Moloch, 21, but he's put more villages onto favor, so he should be getting there fairly soon. There is the Hephaestus running in and out. Moloch doesn't want to overcommit to this just yet. Fortress is up. And I like that the Frost Giants are here. They're very useful in defending against Hephaestus. It's not a complete victory late game against a Skadi Norse here with Hephaestus, because the Heliopoli get frozen, the Colossus get frozen, and you can pretty much guarantee that these Frost Giants are going to live for a while here. But Frost Giant getting attacked by Atlanta, Theseus getting attacked by Atlanta, and Theseus and Atlanta attacking the Frost Giant there, and managing to freeze the Colossus there, making a push in. The Nemean Lions are falling as well. Atlanta now getting retargeted onto that Frost Giant. Heavy throwing Axeman doing a lot of damage here. Some Ulfjarls in the back need to be moving forward to help out. Fenris Wolfbrood chilling there. Polyphemus coming in to bash that Frost Giant. He gets the big kill on him. There are no more Frost Giants in the front here, but GodSerena is making a push with no siege, and he can only kill units at this point. We've got some Heliopolis coming out, military academies coming down from Moloch, and we're going to be seeing a fairly decent situation now for Moloch arise as he's able to start setting up forward in this location here. So long as he can get more Frost Giant in here, which he's not training, but he's got 37 favor in the bank. This Greek army is only going to get stronger. Forge of Olympus is coming in. Not a lot of resources for Moloch, but they cost so little that as soon as he gets a little bit of food, he's able to start getting those upgrades. Also trying to start trading. He doesn't really need to start this trade out just this early. It's probably easier or better to just defend here, because these, not only should he not be starting the trade route, it's also running straight through the army of GodSerena. So this is just 100 food that he's throwing away every half a minute or so, every half minute. So it's gonna hurt, but GodSerena making a nice push. We're getting the watchtowers up. I like this, setting up far enough away, but he's throwing away units a little bit too much here. Needs to be sitting underneath some tower fire here. We're seeing population 156 to 160, and now we've got Heliopolis coming in with there's the Frost Giants finally coming over. He needs those to defend against the Heliopolis, because they just do too much damage and you do not kill them fast enough. We'll see him bringing those Frost Giants in to be defending. We've got another Watchtower up for GodSerena, and the throwing Axeman doing some crazy amounts of damage in the back, picking off a lot of those hoplite, and I like that they're hoplites, but he needs those armory upgrades to do anything. Now ballast are coming in. Now you have to start setting up walls. See how far your ballista have to sit around, away to siege this town center, and then wall around. So here is the position for him. So you just chuck a wall around, and then you're totally fine. Oh, don't. Oh, he's moving the Frost Giant, gets half health or even more, almost loses it actually to Frost the medium Toxotes. Hate to see it, but yet again, sitting underneath this location, really, really nice. We don't see the Scardy technology for these heavy throwing axemen, but another hill fort coming up. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty bad position for the hill fort, because if the Heliopoli come onto it, it just dies. And we don't have masons, we don't have architects. Another Colossus is in here, and the Frost Giant is going to get targeted down by Hippolyta in the back. He does fall, and that's going to be a very difficult situation right now for GodSerena to defend against. We've got all these heavy Toxotes, we've got all of the heavy throwing axemen. Heliopoli coming in, and we've got bronze upgrades now for Moloch, and only bronze weapons for these throwing axemen. Now the Colossus coming onto these ballista and cannot defend against this without Frost Giants of the Rim. You need those, they're very important. We've got the Polyphemus moving forward, taking down that hill fort and taking down everything else. Frost Giant coming in now, but if we look at the population deficit, 128 to 160. Moloch at 160 is ridiculous, and he's probably even able to get out some of those iron upgrades fairly soon, as he's trading so efficiently, and these Heliopolis are just doing so much damage. But the Atlanta is on top of the Frost Giant here, and he's going to pick that one off, allowing more of the Heliopoli to come in. And this is going to be a difficult situation for GodSerena to be in. Losing that entire front there, and he doesn't have Ragnarok to fall back onto. And he's back and he's down in armory upgrades as well. So Moloch's just going to start plowing through GodSerena here. And we'll see if he can make it work or not. But it's going to be very, very difficult. But a nice trade route actually set up for GodSerena. So his economy is massive. You can see it's actually displaying that, because he's not at full poverty, he's still floating resources. So this is all just loss of that forward military. It means he's back onto these original two longhouses in the back, and losing all of these longhouses here is going to be huge. Throwing up even more hill forts. Got the Toxotes trying to bash through the wall, but they're going to be greeted by the Great Jarl, by the Frost Giant, and I feel like this is throwing away these units here. He's trying to pick off the throwing axemen, which he will, but the legendary Jarl are out, and they just absolutely go to town on these Toxotes here. And that's it. That's it for the Toxotes. Well played there. Managed to catch them out of position. A little bit of a poor decision there, but maybe he wanted to trade the Toxotes away for more of a balanced army in the Hoplite and Heliopoli department. Polyphemus running away with 31 HP. He's wounded. It's just a flesh wound. See how much damage he can do though, as he's pushing in. Lots of hill forts are up now. More longhouses coming in. This is going to allow for more ballasted to pump out, and all of that other good stuff. Oh, a little bit of lag. Ruh-roh. Alright, we are back, and Moloch did drop out, but luckily Age of Mythology was a very well designed game, and we could restore it where we left off with nothing being wrong here. So Moloch making his push in. He's got all of his heroes out. He's really dealing with these Frost Giants nicely. You need to kind of mass them up, so that's super important. And so you see GodSerena's on the 12th favor, and he's moving these Frost Giants in one by one, but you need a couple of them to pick off all of the Heliopoli or Colossus that are attacking it. And there goes the Colossus. Legendary Jarl are out though, so they do kind of deal with pretty much everything that Moloch's doing, but here comes the side build. No Divine Blood. There's Ulfsarks coming up. This is really, really difficult to deal with as Norse when somebody's good at this. When you put a fortress up in your face, followed by watchtowers and temples and everything like that with hoplites and all that good stuff, you're really going to be in Struggle Town. And GodSerena is full pop right now. He's moving his dwarf over here. He's like, nah, you're not doing this. We're going to prevent this with mass dwarf. And actually, GodSerena is really low on gold as well, but he has a lot of trade. So it's not going to matter that much if he loses these dwarves. You can kind of throw them away. But the issue with throwing them away is you're not full iron upgrades yet, so it's going to be a hard time for you to get them. But while that's going on, Moloch's pushing in through this base here, and managing to take down the fortress was one thing, but now there's a temple here. There's also a couple of military buildings here, and these dwarves are going to slowly but surely die. There's also an Atlanta here wreaking absolute havoc over all of the army, but does get picked off eventually. The legendary Jarls are legendary after all. They're known for their exploits in picking off hero Greek units. Another watchtower up, more military buildings getting thrown down. Feels good, but still defending over here nicely. So GodSerena able to deal with this side build fairly well, but now he's mining the gold. Maybe just send the dwarves over to pick off the guard tower here. Maybe a decent enough idea, but not going to be doing it just yet. We've got the Heliopoli picking off some stuff, trying to move in. There we go, Frost Giants with the Vime coming in, which does create Frost Giants of Thrym, which makes them be able to use their special attack more often to freeze these Heliopoli and the Colossus more often. And the issue with the army currently for GodSerena is he doesn't have that much infantry, so he can't build up walls and he can't build up watchtowers very easily. So he can't push back that hard. He can't like set up that way. Here we go. All throwing axemen coming out, trying to pick off these hoplite. Doing a nice job, like some ridiculous micro going on actually. And pushing Moloch away. Looks good. We got the dwarves coming through. Trying to grab as much of this gold as you possibly can, but now watchtowers coming up. This is where you could really use some Battle Ram to just pick off the Poseidon buildings here, but I guess Poseidon's a little bit different in that Battle Rams would get picked off by the military, by the militia that get built there. And watchtower getting picked off. Looking good. Frost Giant. Therm. Frost Giant. He's here, but he's in the wrong spot. Olophamus is just bashing at a Noxcar like it's nothing. Whack. Smack. I like it. Got the legendary Jarls moving forward as well, picking off all of these hoplite, but with the throw-in axemen, he's not making a lot of progress over here. And Moloch is slowly but surely just quartering off the map with buildings. You can see he's cutting the map in half slowly with all of this stuff. Some champion Huskarls. One thing that he does have, which is interesting here as a tier, is super strong Ulfsark with a Berserk Gang and super strong Huskarl with Bravery, which are both really important to be using in this game. You get Bravery out so you can push through the buildings with Huskarl. You spam those Huskarl out with Bravery and you can do a lot of damage. But the issue is just getting the favor. And GodSerena is hitting a problem where he's got a lot of resources in the bank and not a lot of way to use them. But Heliopoli taking down this location here. Not focusing down the low HP Heliopolis is frustrating, but you know, it's totally fine. Lots of stuff going on. Silver Colossus coming out. Oh, making Fenrir's Wolf Bridge is such a last-ditch effort. You can see that GodSerena wants to get out 6. You want to get out roughly 6 Fenrir's Wolves, and you want to go for raids on the enemy trade route. If you can kill all of the enemy trade route with your Fenris Wolves, you're in a good position to make a comeback. Now we've got Petropolis coming out. We've also got the Silver Colossus here, and we've got Hippolyta here as well. And the Silver Colossus just turns around. It's like, I see a tree. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat the tree, and he does, which gives him back another 150 HP there as it falls down to the ground. Another Colossus is out, and he's still building Fenris Wolves as they're getting picked off. There's 4 of them here, which could help out quite a bit, but they die really, really fast. 2 more are getting built up, but this town center is going down. We've got Gold Colossus out as well, and GodSerena is he's controlled this location for the time being, but he's got no pushing power here because he's got no Brave Huskarls, he's got no Balder rounds out because he hasn't got Balder, and it's just too much. Even if he gets out balanced here, it's a slow push with Ballister. And now the town center is going to be falling. Fenris Wolves coming in though, ready to take down these Petropolis, which he should be able to do very fast. But the town center is down. The guard towers are here, and I do not think that this town center will ever go back up if Moloch has anything to say about it, especially with Polyphemus here. But we do have 7 Fenris Wolves right now. Probably stop building him, but okay, he's still going to go. And the Fenris Wolf running all the way around for some reason, getting back into the army, bud. And then we can see if he can come in here and stop this trade route. There's no gold mines here for Moloch, actually. He's going to be short on gold at some point. He's sitting at 134 gold, 34 population, trying to build these donkey caravans. So these Fenris Wolves could probably do a lot of damage if they can get onto that trade route and just slow it down for a bit. But this is the issue that is currently at the forefront of GodSerena's base here. It's no Frost Giant and not able to deal with this at all. Let's see if he can do it or not. But it's looking grim at this point. Trying to get the town center back up. Gold Colossus is taking this down. There's more buildings moving forward. Divine Blood is researched as well. So this stuff goes up so fast. Here we go. Where is the Fenris Wolf? Fenris Wolf's getting picked off. Like it by Atlanta. Atlanta's a speedy unit, and these wolves have no purpose here. And GodSerena taps out. GG. Well played by Moloch. Takes this game, this series, I should say, 2-0. Gets to move on to the next what do you call it? The next series, next round, or whatever. GodSerena says had no decent hunt, but had 4 rhinos over here. That's decent hunt if you're asking me. And he wanted like deer or something, but you know, sometimes you don't get it. Anyways, GG, and we're out.